Governor Mike Pence came to Fort Wayne today for the first time since the fallout from the religious freedom law. Despite a lot of negative attention aimed at the governor this year, he says the focus of today's trip is all positive. He traveled across the state to talk about the highlights of the legislative session, which just ended this week. News Channel 15's Sara Wagner talked to Governor Pence this afternoon and joins us now from Studio 15.
Governor Pence talked to a crowd of about 50 local leaders and students at Don Hall's original drive-in on the southwest side of Fort Wayne. He focused much of his speech on the education-related items of the session, but also touched on his plans for re-election, the regional cities initiative, and the controversy RFRA brought.
It started as an education session. That's right where we ended.
That session wrapped up late Wednesday night. The $31 billion state budget includes a 2.3% funding increase for schools.
I think it's a win for Indiana's kids and a win for Indiana's families.
Some money will shift from urban to growing suburban districts. More money will also go to charter schools. Pence says his goal is to have 100,000 more students in B grade or better schools by the fall of 2020.
To accomplish that, we've really got to raise the fortunes and improve the outcomes of all of our schools.
Pence says he's also proud of the progress the Regional Cities Initiative is making. It could bring nearly $1 billion to the area to attract and retain talent.
It has the potential to be a real game changer economically in the state of Indiana, and I'm grateful that we secured full funding.
As for whether Pence will run for president, he says his focus is on signing the bills from this session.
After we complete that work, my family and I are going to take some time aside and determine the best place that we feel called to serve. I have spent the last 2 years preparing to run for re-election. Indiana always comes first, but we'll make a final decision about our plans in the coming weeks and let Hoosiers know.
Pence touched on the fallout from RFRA only very briefly, but says he regrets the misunderstanding the law brought.
We are an open and welcoming and hospitable place to everyone in all of our communities. And I think that the legislation that we passed and signed into law clarified that the Religious Freedom Restoration Act is a shield, it's not a sword.
Governor Pence didn't just stop in Fort Wayne. He also shared his thoughts on the session with people in St. Joseph and Vanderburgh counties today. In Studio 15, Sara Wagner, News Channel 15.